Okay, good morning YouTube. Another watch comparison video here. And again, in the next several weeks, you're going to be seeing many more videos. Instead of just doing what my normal videos are on the show and tells, just showing you one model, showing you what it looks like on the wrist. I find and other people find it very helpful when making a purchase. That's why I started doing these videos, because there wasn't many videos out there where people could actually see the watch on your wrist. You always see it with the white gloves, you know. So rather than repeat myself like I do every video, please do check out my other videos. You'll get a little more information on why I started creating these and stuff like that. But anyway, the original ones were just going to be show and tells on the one particular watch. But now I decided to go ahead and do comparison videos on every single watch that I have. And this will allow people to make a purchase based on what one looks like next to the other, because they don't really do that on TV. They don't really do that on video. So I hope you find these videos very useful. Today's comparison we're going to be doing is between the Invicta Grand Arsenal 0336, and of course this beauty right here is the Invicta Subaqua COSC Swiss-made chronograph watch, certified chronograph movement. What else? The Noma 5. Okay, the Subaqua Noma 5 in silver. So let's go ahead and start with the Subaqua Noma. Okay. This particular one here, again, that's the 12904 model number. COSC is, I guess, what they refer to as a Swiss certified movement. It's very accurate. I'm never too concerned with that. I like it because of the skeletonized face. Okay, and I'm sorry if you can't see that. It gets a little bit blurry when I get in too close. The Subaqua Noma 5, when I first pulled it out of the box, because I hadn't had some of the larger ones yet, I had the Venom, which is still a pretty big watch. I have to say, when I pulled it out, I was just a little bit disappointed. But once I threw it on my wrist, I was blown away by it. And you know what? To this day, I haven't gotten an Invicta that I have not really appreciated and enjoy wearing. They always get people complimenting and asking me questions about them. And for the price point, you really can't go wrong. Again, I'm no watch expert, but I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit of facts out at you here about the watches. Again, this particular movement is the Swiss-made ETA 251.233 COSC quartz chronograph. They all have the flame fusion crystal. Getting down to the pushers on this thing are just fantastic. They actually screw out, kind of very unique. A lot of very intricate movements. There's a lot of tooling up to produce this watch here. I find it amazing. The crown, actually, these two little arms kind of pop out, and the pushers. Let me show you this. You go ahead and spin them, and the pusher extends and retracts. Pretty awesome watch. You get this kind of 3D bracelet. Okay, so as far as dimensions, the bracelet is 9 inches long, 28 millimeters in width. You get your double locking clasp there. This one they rate at 12 ounces, okay, with a 50 millimeter case. What else? Water resistant to 1,650 feet. That's about it, really. This one has the exhibition back. I don't know if you can see that there. It's clear. It's got this furnace blue kind of grating over. I think it's really cool. I always like it when watches have a back, even though nobody ever sees it. It's just nice that you got it there. You know it's there. Just an awesome watch. Rotating bezel. This is a beauty. I can't lie. I mean, this one here feels good on the wrist. The band is really intricate. They make these in a lot of different colors too. I was originally going to get the blue, which had kind of like the blue face and then blue in between here. But it was a little bit more than I wanted to spend. And you really can't go wrong with silver. Silver is just kind of timeless. So I'm glad I went with this one. So let me go ahead and throw this on the wrist here, see what it looks like. Again, I weigh 100 and, let's say today, 170 pounds, 5 foot 8 inches tall. See if I can get this baby open. These things stick a little bit here. There we go. And my wrist is 7 inches, okay? So all these watches look pretty big on me. So there it is there. Just a beautiful watch. And it's got that thickness, that 21. I mean, that's getting close to a Venom at 22. Now the Hydromax, that's the thickest one they make. That one's measuring about 30 inches. Technically 29 was round up. That one's a beefy watch. And you'll see that in the future too. We're going to be comparing each one of these. So you're going to be getting about 300 videos out of me here, folks. You're really going to have some really good videos for you to make a decision on every single purchase that you make for the most part. And I'll tell you, I review the most popular ones. I don't buy every Invicta, but of the most popular ones, you'll have something to really compare it to side by side. All right, so there's that one. I'm going to keep this on my wrist here while I go ahead and throw on the Grand Arsenal. I love all these watches, folks, but I have to say, and I've said it before, the Grand Arsenal is my favorite watch that they make. I just have gotten desensitized, and this is the one that gets the most wear. Okay, so a little bit about the Grand Arsenal. Here's a little side-by-side comparison there. You can see that the Subaqua Noma is definitely thicker, definitely chunkier. Now, hopefully one day they crank something out like this. It's going to be super thick. Which brings me to a watch video you're going to see coming up. It's going to be a single watch show and tell, but it's actually the, I just picked up the Sea Hunter, and that one's 58 millimeters, okay, with a 23 millimeter thickness. So it's even thicker than this. It's thicker than your Venom. So that should be just a chunk on my wrist, and I really look forward to getting that. I'll have that on the 29th, so look for that video. There's a little side by side. Even though one's bigger, they're just beautiful watches, where one kind of blows the other one out of the water there. You hit it side by side where you can see that depth. That really cranks this baby up a bit. And I apologize if I kind of go back and forth a lot here. I'm no professional actor. This is just to help you out. Make that decision. Make that purchase. And you can find a lot of useful information in the description of our videos as well. Alright, so let me tell you a little bit about the Grand Arsenal. If you watch my other videos with the Grand Arsenal, naturally some of it's going to be repetitive, but I'm going to tell you anyway. This particular one is done in the silver. This is the 0336. This one is powered by the Swiss Ronda 8040N quartz chronograph movement. It's got the retrograde day, whereas the marker or the hand will go all the way through the week till Sunday and then snap back. Got the large day window, chronograph movement, of course, rotating bezel, flame fusion crystal. This one here, they measure this at, you'll see this one referred to as sometimes 58 millimeter. This is the Grand Arsenal, not the regular Arsenal. The regular Arsenal, same watch, it's about 47 millimeters in diameter. This one here, they measure 58, but because the pushers and the crown protector are so large, it wears like a 63. So you can consider this a 63 millimeter watch. This one's got the stainless polishing, silver down the middle, polished in the sides of the bracelet are actually like a satin finish. The case is satin finish, the pushers are satin finish, the bezel satin finish, and of course this one has a silver face with this kind of chrome ring or the polished ring around it, which is really neat. I love how Invicta, even if it's one color, they do the polishing versus the satin. It really gives it a lot of nice contrast. This one here I just measured is 19 millimeters in thickness, and again you get about a millimeter here because the back protrudes a little bit, and that's what they actually measure. Not just the case. The case is a little less. Okay, if you go case to top of bezel, it's less. But if you go from the top of this particular hex screw to the very bottom, you're going to get 19 millimeters out of it. They rate this one at 14 ounces. The Subaqua Noma they rate at 12 ounces. Okay. And again, when I size them for a 7-inch wrist, you lose a little bit of weight, okay? So let's go ahead and get a true reading on that. This way, if you're a guy my size, you'll know exactly what it weighs. The Grand Arsenal after, here's a little something to look at while I do this. The Grand Arsenal after being sized for a 7-inch wrist, which I wear a little bit snug, is 12.65 ounces, okay? And let's go ahead and do the same thing with the Subaqua Noma. That one here is going to weigh 11.5 ounces, so still pretty close. Alright, well there's another shot of them there. This particular Arsenal does not have an exhibition back, but in later videos you will see a couple that I have that do have the exhibition back. There's another side by side. Here's where you can really kind of get the thickness there. The band thickness, you can see how the Noma has got the polishing on the side there, whereas the Arsenal's satin finish. Now later on down the road, they make another watch that I am going to pick up one of these days. It's a little pricey. Is the Venom hybrid, and that one combines the Venom, a reserve case which is like carved out, it's like a sandwich design, a band from like another watch, but it's got the Subaqua Noma 5 pushers. That's what really makes this watch unique. All right, folks. Well, that's the video. If you do have any kind of questions, don't hesitate to comment. I'll help you in any way I can. Again, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.